Jersey coffee jug is streaming right now. Words. New Jersey coffee jug is streaming right now.
Good morning, everybody. NJ Coffee Junkie here, coming to you from the great state of New Jersey. And it's Sunday. You know what that means. Sagrada and Chill. Because, of course, it is. Thank you, Juansi, for your 2 months in a row. Thank you so much. And I hope that you are doing as well as can be in this moment. I am thinking of you. Um, and I say hello to. Good morning, Lord Xanu. Good morning, Wrath of the Frog. Good morning. Good morning, Lady Amelia. It's so good to have all of you here. Good morning, lurkers. I know that you're hanging out in the background, but good morning to you. Coffee and a game, that's right. Sky the New Virus, good morning. Welcome on in. Make yourself at home. I am just about to get set up with our first game. This is Sagrada. It's made by Floodgate Games and published by Direwolf Digital. And it is one of the best games I've ever played, which is why I stream it. What level am I on now, says Wrath of the New Frog. Well, in the campaign, I finished the campaign a couple of months ago. If you go back to my previous VODs, which those I think you can find on my main YouTube channel, I went through 1 or 2 puzzles a week to go through it. So I've beaten the campaign. So now I sometimes play against the AI and I sometimes play solo mode. Usually I like to play against the AI to start, just to kind of warm up. And then I can dive into solo mode. But if you like, solo mode, I've only really played the top 2 levels, and they're not easy. They say they're easy, but they're not. I have my coffee this morning. I just, my friend had recommended a blend called Bananas Foster from this company, and I said yes. Sky says, I think I followed you during a raid, decided to watch you for background noise. That's fine. Everyone's welcome to hang out in the chat or the stream however they like. Would it be cool if you could challenge another person? It would be cool, and I actually have played against other people on stream. I've played with Joe Hills, and I've played with Kaijo Wolf. See, there's Kaijo Wolf, and then there's Kajiro, and it's easy to mix. It's easy to mix the two if I'm not awake yet. And anyone who has the game that would like to play, I mean, I'm not good at setting up online games, but yes. Yeah, oh, your wife has it? That's cool. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't mind playing against other people. So what we're gonna do, I think, is I'm gonna warm up with a multiplayer game. And for the first game, I always choose the board. Just because people are still, waking up, still coming in, that kind of thing. And so, because I know it's, 8 o'clock in some places and it's 7 p.m. in others. So it's like, yeah. Let's see. We're looking for blue. So I think we're going to be super difficult to start. And we're going to go with Lux Mundi. Because I haven't played that one in a while. Now, it's 10 a.m. there. Okay, so you're an hour behind me. Because it's a little after 11 here. So basically, I realize I went through that board too fast to explain the game. But for those who have never seen this before, never heard of this game or whatever, it is a dice drawing game where you are creating stained glass windows with those dice. And the name of the game, Sagrada, or Sagrada, depending on how you want to pronounce it, is inspired by a real basilica in Spain called Sagrada Familia. So it's renowned for its stained glass windows. And so what you're trying to do is basically you have a 5x4 grid, and you're trying to fill in those spots. Sky says, I was playing an app on my phone that gives me serotonin, so I'm super calm right now. Oh, awesome. Yeah, there's some apps out there that I play when I feel the need to relax, and that's definitely one of them. Any of those apps. I play one called, I think, Happy Color that I got. It was free, so it was like, all right, fine. But I really like it. I really, really like it. But there's many others that are great for balancing, for helping to, bring the calm vibes, Good morning, Julie. How are you, my dear? Happy Sunday. So I'll explain the board and all that other stuff about the game when we get to it. You saw that there was a card on the left-hand side. That's our private objective. I'm well. Good morning, Rex. Oh, April coloring's good too, I think. Rex, it's good to see you, dude. How are you? I just woke up, so right now I'm having a great day. I'm having a wonderful day. I'm still waking up. I have some Bananas Foster flavored coffee in front of me that is probably the best coffee I've ever had, which is why I gravitated towards it the second I woke up. Oh, before we do anything else, I have to give some shout outs. So it's my best friend's birthday today. And so I messaged her. I already sent her a text this morning. And so I got a hold of her to wish her a happy birthday. We're going to get together in August, and I'm excited for that because I miss my friends so much. And I saw them all a month ago. So it's like, all right, I need to see y'all again really soon. So I need to actually, now that that's there, I need to put that in the calendar. Because I meant to do that when I woke up and I forgot. So that is now in our calendar. And yes, I always sing the calendar like that. Calendar. But it's also community member Poppy's birthday, Poppy Apple. It's his birthday today, so if I could get some hype and chat for both of them, that would be wonderful. That would be absolutely lovely. So happy birthday to the both of them. Now this game right here. Good morning, Sir Schaefer. Good morning, good morning. So for this game, we have 3 tools that we're going to work with, and these are things that allow us to manipulate the dice or manipulate the board or both. So first we have Grinding Stone, where we take a die and we flip it to its opposite side. So 6 to 1, 5 to 2, 4 to 3, and vice versa. Then we have Running Pliers, which is a fabulous game manipulator for multiplayer. It's after your first turn, immediately draft a die, skip your next turn. So with this, if you're going first in a round, because the who goes first rotates. Sir Schaefer says, drinking cold brew made by Lady Amelia and I's daughter with lactose-free chocolate milk. That sounds amazing. You had me at chocolate milk. I love putting chocolate milk in coffee. Depends on the chocolate milk, though, because it can really, depending on how much sugar's in it, if you still have to add sugar after, it's just like, I use dark chocolate powder sometimes for my coffee. When I have plain coffee, I put in a scoop of dark chocolate powder, which really works. It's a nice boost. Let's see. The third tool we're going to use is Glazing Hammer, where we're going to re-roll all the dice in the draft pool, only used on my second turn. So we'll see. And these are our public objectives. This is actually not too bad. We have Deep Shades, sets of 5 and 6 anywhere for 2 points each. Color diagonals, count of diagonally adjacent same colored dice for however many that is at the end of the game. And then shade variety, sets of 1 of each value anywhere. So we have some points. We have some points we can pick up here. Okay. So let me explain what you're seeing on the screen for those of you who have never seen this game before. I want to make sure that you understand it. And thankfully I go first, so I can take my time in explaining this for you. So first things first, we have the turn order up here at the very top. And the way that the turns go, it's what's known as a snake rotation. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that the first person who goes does not automatically have an advantage. And it rotates every round. So it's never the same over and over again. It helps keep things from getting to be a point where it's too advantageous for one particular player. Underneath that is the round track. So you see that there are 10 rounds in a game. Good morning, One More Muffin. How are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome on in. Make yourself at home. Welcome to the cafe. So we have these rounds 1 through 10. At the end of every round, any leftover dice are put into the round track, and that signifies the end of of that round and the beginning of the next. To the left of that, underneath it, you see 6 pips here. These are called favor tokens. They not only illustrate the difficulty of the board, but they also give me the means with which to use the tools I previously described on the previous screen. Our private objective of blue, looking for blue dice, is right here. And we have our public objectives beneath and to the right of it. So our pairs of 5 and 6, our shade variety, and our color diagonals. So we have a lot to look for. Underneath, well, okay, hold on. I'm going to explain the board. So the board right here, this is our board. And I chose the most difficult board because I wanted a challenge right away. Because I'm a glutton for punishment, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to sip more coffee so I wake up. Anyway, so we have this board, this beautiful future stained glass window here. It's a 5x4 grid or 4x5 grid, however you want to look at it. And you'll see that it's spotted with all these different things. Those are restrictions. The first kind of restriction is a color restriction. So, for example, this green 4 I could put here, but this yellow 5 I can't put here because it's shaded green. I have to put a green die there. Likewise with the blue. The second is value or numerical restriction. The game calls it value restriction. And you can see that the board is dotted with all these different pip numbers. And the pip numbers basically say, well, you can only put a 5 in this spot. You can only put a 4 in this spot. There are tools that would allow you to put whatever there, but those aren't in play right now. So that's the second restriction. The third is an adjacency restriction. So I can't put these red 2s next to each other. I can't put this blue 5 and 4 next to each other because they are both the same color. Likewise, I can't put a green 4 next to a purple 4 because they're the same number. I can do so diagonally because they're not next to each other technically, but I cannot put them side by side or top bottom, you know? So that is the third restriction. So those are things that I need to keep in mind as I play. Here, where the dice are, this is called the draft pool. And when you choose your dice, you're drafting a die and then placing it on the board. Finally, we have our 3 tools. You'll see that there is a favor token designation or an icon above each tool or at the top of each tool. Good meowing, I Blue Wave, and good morning, Serena. How are you? Welcome on in. Happy Sunday. So we have these 3 tools. The first time one of these tools is used, it takes 1 favor token. It doesn't matter which player does it. The first time this is used, it's 1 token. After that, for every player, including the person who used it first, it's 2 tokens. And so that's why a lot of players might gravitate towards something that isn't a 3 favor token board, because that gives them a little more wiggle room to use the tools at their disposal. any favor tokens left over at the end of the game are bonus points. So that's something I also want to keep in mind, because I want to make sure I can get as many bonus points as possible. Now, in this draft pool, I have 2 red 2s, a yellow 5, a blue, green 4 and 3, a blue 5 and 4, and a purple 6 and 4. Well, I need to start going through all of these different restrictions, and I need to start building up these diagonals a little bit. So what I think I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this yellow 5 and put it here. That's going to open this up a little bit more. Now, hopefully, I will be able to use one of these things. I can use the blue 4. I can use... Let's see, what can I use? If this comes back to me, with what comes back to me, since I'm going last, I'm going to only have 2 dice left. So, I could use the green 4. I could use the green 3. I could use the... I can't use the blue 5. I can use the blue 4. I can use the purple 6. I can use the purple 4. So the majority of these dice I can use. The only ones I can't use are the blue 5 and the 2 red 2s. So I'm kind of taking a big risk here by exposing all of this. Now, I do have these here that can help, but I guess we'll see. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Okay, so I know that I'm going to be left with... I'm going to be left with the 2 things I can't use. I knew it. Now, I showed you, right? I showed you that those were the only 2 dice I couldn't use. So what we're going to do is we are... See, I can place that blue 5 here, but that's not going to do me any favors. So grinding stone will allow me to draft a die and flip it to its opposite side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take grinding stone. I'm going to... Now, should I take the 2 or should I make this a 2 or make this a 5? I think I want to make this a 5 to get it out of the way. And that's going to open this all up for me, which is fine. Now, I probably should have used the running pliers, and so that's my fault, but that's okay. Serena says, I'm doing well, had a very early start due to a very cute kitty, so I am feeling awake. How are you? I'm doing well. I saw the picture of the kitty you posted. It is an adorable kitty. I think it's precious. What's the kitty's name? Okay, so since I went first that last round, I go 4th this round. And so by going 4th, I get both of my turns in a row. And I see here that I do have multiple options here, which is fantastic. I have a red 4, a yellow 2, a green 4, a purple 3, and 2 purple 2s. Well, what I think I want to do first is play the green 4. That's going to give me this lovely diagonal right here. That's going to set me up for success in that way. And if I get a green up here, that'll be a bonus point. So that's not too bad. So we can put that there. The kitty is called Kitty. Aww. Well, of course it's called Kitty. It's adorable. All right, so we're going to put that 4 there. Then, let's see. We have these other things. We have the red 4, the yellow 2, etc. I think what I'm going to do, I can do one of 2 things. I can put the red 4 in the bottom left corner, or I can put the purple 3 up here. Part of me thinks that the purple 3 being up here would be wise or ideal. Yep, Lady Amelia, you're seeing it, because that's going to open all of this upper... This is going to open this up and not put me in the situation I was in the first round. I think that's going to be I think that's going to be a good call. And also it's going to set us up for more diagonals. I'm worried about the lack of blue because we couldn't really play that blue that first round, unfortunately, so that was rough. And sometimes it's better to go through a high restriction board and just kind of burrow your way up through it, as opposed to kind of coming in and down in the later games. Getting through that right away is actually pretty decent. Okay, so what are we looking at? We're looking at a red 2, a yellow 4, 2 yellow 1s, a green 4, a green 1, and a purple 4. Okay. So, what do we want to do? We need to fill in these green restrictions, that's for certain. And there are no 5s or 6s on this, so I think maybe the green 4 here would be good. And we can take the yellow 1 if it comes back to us, which it most likely will. And we can put the yellow 1 right up there. I think we can get away with that. So let's do that. Yeah, I figured the yellow 1 would come back to us. But I also think that the green 1 would be good. Because then we have green this way, we have green this way, and that way. So we're going to get the diagonal on the greens. It's unfortunate because I really was hoping to get the diagonal on the blues, but we're not getting there yet. And 1s are actually the hardest, one of the harder, they're actually one of the harder restrictions to fill, because you don't really see 1s all that often. Watch as I say this, we're going to have like 71s. Yeah, see, there we go. We have 1s again. So that's really kind of funny. That's hilarious. Okay, so I'm now looking at this with a red 6, red 1, yellow 2, yellow 1, green 6, a blue 5 and 4, and a purple 4. I'm really glad that I didn't place the red 4 from last round here, because I wouldn't have been able to use it. So what I think I want to do first, because I really want to get... I really, really, really want to get blues. And I have a feeling those blues are going to be gone. So I think I want to place... I want to place the blue 5 here, because I need to get blues on the board. And I can't place the 5 in either spot. I can place the 4. If the 4 comes back, yes. The red 1 is going to go here if it comes back. The red 6 maybe over here just to get it out of the way. But actually no, I don't want to put anything in this spot yet, because I need to fill these in, and I don't want to smush these numerically. So let's get that. Yeah, I'm so afraid of the blues not coming back. Cuz those that blue 5, yeah, they're all blues. So I'm going to hold on to that red 1, Lady Amelia. If it comes back, I'll take it. Okay, so the red 1 came back, and we only have yellows here. So let's place that red 1 there, like Lady Amelia suggested. And there we go. So now we have 2 points for the red, because of the diagonal. So good stuff. All right. 2 red 4s. 2 red 4s, a red 3 and 1, a yellow 3, a green 3 and 2, a purple 6, and a purple 2. Huh. Okay. Well, definitely the purple 6. Yes, because we can fill in that requirement. Now, I can take my second turn, and I can fill some more of this in, which I'm tempted to do, because I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be stuck having to fill in greens. So I'm going to take my next turn, and I'm going to play that purple 2. Actually, wait, no, I said I was going to play greens. So let's play the green. No. No. Hold on. I'm going to play the purple 2. Lady Amelia says green 2 by the 1. Yeah, I could do that too. I could do that too. I'm nervous about not having the purple 2 come back. So, yeah, we need to get rid of the color restrictions too. Do you think the purple 2 will come back? I mean, it doesn't matter. The turn's gonna end for me because I just took both my turns at the same time. You don't think the purple 2 is gonna come back? And you still want the green 2 though, right? Because it's this or this. Yeah, I get it. You know what? Hold on. Yeah, I understood what you meant. We can put... You know what? Hold on. 153. So this has to be... you know what? I think you're right, Lady Amelia, because we've kind of put ourselves in a bit of a pickle there. But we really need more 6s. We really do. We need more 6s. We need more 6s. We need more 6s. The lack of 6s is disturbing. But at least we're getting the diagonals the way that we want. And okay, there's some purples there. But again, no blue. There's no blue. What am I supposed to do? There's no blue. This is obscene. And kind of ridiculous, not gonna lie. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the green 5, because we want 5s and 6s anyway. I'm thinking the green 5 here, and then the red 1, or either the red 1 here or the purple 3 here. By putting the red 1 here, that is going to open up what blues we can put here. But the purple 3 is also going to give us another diagonal. And we've pretty much maxed out, except for this spot, we've maxed out green. We really need blue. Like, no joke right now, we really need blue. And we can only put it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots. We only have 5 more spots for blue, which is really disconcerting. But I think completing this is going to help. And I'm going to put the 1 over here. I'm going to ignore the purple 3 for now, because if I put the 1 here, that means this can be a 2, 4, or 6. This can be a 2, 4, or 6. That's going to open up some stuff here. The rest of this we can figure out somehow. I think we're okay. But how are all of you? How's your weekend going? What's new? I hope that you're all having a lovely day so far and are having a lovely weekend. Finally, I get a blue. Imagine that. Oh, I am hydrating, Serena. Thank you. I'm drinking my coffee. Blue 2. Absolutely. We're going to just plunk that right there. We can put it in either spot, really, but it doesn't matter. So that's going to go there. And then there's another purple 2. Teresa's going to take that purple 2. So that's disappointing. We know that purple 2 is not going to come back. Pretty sure of it. Yep, knew it. Dang it. Okay. So, yeah, Y2 will, yeah, that'll work. Serena says my weekend was spent moving into a new place. Oh, wonderful. Congrats. All right, so we have a red 2 and 1, which we can't put here. We have 2 green 3s. So I think we're going to have to put a green 3 here to give us another point towards the diagonals. And I think that's going to have to be it. We can still put blue in 4 spaces total. So that's okay. That's okay. I crack up because the AI, if the AI were real players, they're just gonna go, oh, she's looking for green. Not realizing that I've been blue stunted this entire time. I knew it. I knew I wasn't gonna get that 6. Poop. That's fine. We're gonna put that 3. We're gonna put that 3 right there. We're going to take whatever extra points we can get at this point. Seriously, because this is ridiculous. And all I have left is a red 3, a yellow 3, and a purple 1. So that purple 1's going to go in the bottom corner, because it has to. It's the only thing I can really play, unless I drop a 6, but it's like, no, that's fine. So now I have 2 spots where I can put blue. Am I going to get any blue? Yes, I'm going to get blue. Thank goodness. Okay. So, blue. We're going to put that blue 6. We're going to put it right there. We're going to put it right there, and it's going to sit there and like it. We're going to get the diagonal point, too, so that's fine. I really, really want that blue 5 as well. And I am not against using this, playing running pliers, and getting that other 5. I'm really tempted for that. I'm really tempted for that. So, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the 5. I'm gonna play it because I have seen no blue. Now watch. The entire next round is gonna be blue. Just watch. Just watch. No regrets, though. No regrets. I got my 11 points. No way was I going to let that sit. No way. I'm going to end up with no bonus points, but it's totally worth it. Not going to lie. Totally worth it. Okay. So I go 4th, so I take... See, look at that. All blues. I told you, majority blue. It's freaking hilarious. I think it's wonderful. I'm gonna have an open spot because of that too. There's nothing I can do to make any of this a 2, unless I re-roll. So what we're gonna do first is panic because I can't play anything. Tuned in on my break at work. Lots of luck. Thanks. I just realized I can't play anything. Because I can't make this a 6. This is green. This is going to be a 3. And these are blue, so I can't play them. I can't re-roll. It's only on the 2nd turn. So one of these spots is going to remain open. So that hurts. I have to wait till the 2nd turn and then re-roll. And hopefully... Oh, yeah, I have to wait, and then I take my 2nd turn. I re-roll to get anything, because I need that yellow to be something useful. That yellow's not useful, so I'm going to have 2 spots open. So, this game's definitely not getting 1. This game is not going to be 1. That hurt. That wounded my soul. It's fine, it happens. It happens. We didn't get a lot of... Well, I mean... We didn't get a lot of blue. We used all of our points. We had no 6s. This was like... This game was worst case scenario after worst case scenario after worst case scenario. And it's okay. It's totally okay. No worries. We tried. And we still ended up with over 40 points. We still ended up with over 40 points. So, I mean, look at this. 10 points. 10 points between myself and the person and the player that won. 10 points. We would have gained 2 if we were able to fill those spots in, right? So that's 2 points we would have saved right there. We would have had 2 points from the diagonal. So that would have been an extra. So we still probably would have lost by 6 points. I think we would have come in second, and that's okay. That's totally okay. You're not going to win every single game. You're not going to win every game, and that's okay. That's okay. Talking through it and kind of figuring stuff out. That's how you learn, and that's definitely how you learn. I'm debating if I want to grab another cup of coffee or not. But I think I'll wait till after stream for it. I am going to go quickly grab a bottle of water because I realized I walked out without one. So let me go do that. I'll be right back. And you know what? Here, instead of putting my be right back sign up, I am going to set up... We're going to do solo mode because I know y'all love solo mode. So we're going to play on easy. And I'm going to set up a quick poll that takes about 2 minutes. I see you're waving like you just don't care, Lady Amelia. I will do that when I get back. Because I also want to, go, I have to take some medicine too. Okay, see you when you get back, Serena, if you're able to get back. Alright, so hold on. So which board should I play? Now remember, I'll be looking for either shades of green or shades of blue. So looking at these, I'm going to let you vote for which board I should play next. Which board should we play next? We have Fulgor del Cielo. That is a difficulty level of 5. Difficulty levels range from 3 to 5. So we have Suncatcher, which is a level 3 difficulty. Lux Mundi, which we just played on multiplayer. That's the highest difficulty of 6. And then Aurora Sagradis. That is a difficulty level of 4. So for this poll, while I go grab some water and take my medicine, I'm going to make this a 2-minute poll. So get in there, get your votes in. You can use your bits, you can use your coffee beans, which are our channel points here. Go ahead and choose which board you want me to play next, and I will be right back. Okay, looks like we are at Suncatcher. Interesting choice. But I am all for it. Thank you for giving me a second to grab some water and take my meds. We're gonna get started. Take a look at those tools. I'll explain them in just a sec. Sorry about that. I just realized I'd forgotten to take my medication when I walked out of the room. Thankfully, I keep it right outside of the office, so there's that. So here are our tools that we'll be working with this game. Now, remember that in solo mode, as opposed to multiplayer, we're not using favor tokens to pay for the tools, we're using dice, because the way that the dice work is that in solo mode is whatever's left over after every round goes towards the score that you have to beat. And so using these tools allows us to, alright, see you when you get back, and I will do your redemption when you get back. Excuse me, lost my train of thought for a second. So you burn the die to use the tool, and that obviously doesn't go against your final score. So what do we have to work with? We have, for purple, we have Flux Brush, which is draft a die, then re-roll it. If it cannot be placed, return it to the draft pool. And Grozing Pliers, which is similar to what we saw last round, but you can only increase or decrease a die's value by 1, but 1 can't be 6 and 6 can't be 1, because that makes sense. Then for red, we have Copper Foil Burnisher. Move any one die in your window, ignoring value restrictions on your window pattern. Where were you last game, Copper Foil Burnisher? Where were you last game when I needed that 2 spot filled? Where were you? You were not there. But that's for red. You must obey all other placement or adjacency restrictions. And then Lathkin, move exactly 2 dice, obeying all placement restrictions. That is for yellow. So we have 2 tools at our disposal here during this game that will allow us to manipulate what's already on the board. So that is going to be a benefit. Our public objectives, Shades of 1 and 2 anywhere. Oh, welcome back, Sky. We have Shades and High Tropic. Good morning. I see you snuck in right as I was walking out. Good to see you. Light Shade sets of 1 and 2 anywhere, and then Rose Shade variety, rose with no repeated values, so we have to keep the rows different numerically. So we have a couple of challenges in front of us. With a board that isn't as full of restrictions, this is actually not going to be that rough. It should be pretty decent. Now we have 2 red 2s, a green 1, and a purple 1 to start. And 1s and 2s are going to be perfect because we definitely want to get those pairs on the board. We also want to focus on green and blue. So part of what I want to do here is place a red 2 here, and then maybe either a green 1 there, because I have to start on the outer rim of the board, don't forget. Or a red 2 here, and then only have 2 points come up onto the round track. That would be a great first start. Either way, a 2 or a 3 in the first round is a great start. Because I could even go as far as putting the green 1 in this corner, and then going out with the 2. So maybe what I want to do is play the red 2 here, and then the green 1 here, because that's automatically going to give us 2 points for the pair. And that'll add 3 to the round track. And 3 for opening round is actually pretty darn good. The max amount you can have in any game is 120. That will never happen, because the chances of you having two 6s rather, in every single round of the board, yeah, no, not going to happen. So we're going to add 3 to our total. I have a calculator up. You can't see it, but I have it up. What do we have next? We have a red 3. Okay. A yellow 6. Okay. A yellow 1. And a purple 6. Well, we can easily get rid of... Okay, Lady Amelia, you're back. So I'm going to actually stand up for this, even though I can do this sitting down. I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to do the wave them like you just don't care. So basically, they are upper, like, jumping jacks. You know, like when you do jumping jacks and you kick out your feet and you raise your arms? I can't do the feet part because I'm in the office, and there's a lot of fragile stuff in here. So if I'm jumping up and down, that stuff's all going to break because the room will shake a little bit, just because of how the house is built. So instead I'm just going to do the upper body part. That's what that is. I do have a lower body part called Don't Skip Leg Day where I do squats, and that is also available as a channel point redemption. And thank you, Lady Amelia, for using it because, what is it now? Because I am trying to take better care of myself because I sit too much, and every time one of you has these redemptions, it really helps me. So thank you for that. I'm actually going to go ahead and do this now. So we're going to do this. Okay. If you want to do it with me, feel free. It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Thank you. I think my coffee's done. I'll be right back. Looks like my coffee maker is giving me problems again. It always does. I'm just going to ignore it for now. That's fine. All right, so automatically what I want to do is get rid of these higher point dice. So we're going to do that. We're going to get rid of the yellow 6 right off the bat. That's going to fill that spot in very nicely. Now, I think I want to... Now, what I could easily use one of the dice, one of the tools here. But the thing is with the tools is that they're only useful once per game. You did the jumping jacks? Yay! Awesome. So I think it's too soon because these are only available once per game. And for Lathkin, for example, it's too soon to use it because there's nowhere I can place it. Re-rolling a die, that's too soon. Moving this up and down, it's too soon. So I think what I want to do is place the purple 6 right here. Nestled in that spot kind of opens this up a little bit more. Yeah, it's surrounded by restrictions, but I think we can get around them. Good morning, PP Zerk. Or afternoon at this point. It's almost afternoon here. Okay, so what do we have now? We have a red 4, a yellow 3, a blue 4, and a purple 6. Well, that blue 4 cannot go in that blue spot because there's a 4 spot right underneath it, so that's annoying. And we want blues and greens, and we're not doing so hot on the greens. We're not doing so hot on the blues either. So we definitely want that blue. So I think what we can do is place that blue right there. We can place that blue right there. Still morning thing, not sure about good, haven't had coffee yet. Well, what are you waiting for? Grab some coffee, friend. Grab some coffee. I'll be here for at least another 2 hours. It's fine. Alright, so let's see. We're going to put the blue 4 there, and then I think what I want to do is take that purple 6 and put it right here and get rid of that 6. It's going to add 7 to our pool, which, by the way, I just realized I forgot to add the 4 there. So we're at 7. So let's do that. we do need 1s and 2s. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Nope. I just realized I made a mistake. I forgot that the rows have to be different numerically. So that blue 4 being there is a bad idea. That was a bad move on my part. So here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play the 6. We're going to play the 6 to get rid of it. We're going to play the 6 to get rid of it, okay? Now, we can use copper foil burnisher, and we can move this die. We can move this die. So, Blue Wave says I got my coffee. Excellent. That's what I want to hear. Haven't played in forever. So, we need to add 7 to our total. We're at 14, but that's going to change. That's not going to change, but you'll see. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play the red. I could use now and burn it, which I might do. I just have to figure out where I'm going to put this. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to use copper foil burnisher to get rid of this 5. We're going to take this 4. We're going to move it down here, out of the way, because this has to all be different numerically. You have to remember that. Then what we're going to do, right, we're going to play the 4 here, and we're going to play the 5 there, and that's going to put 5 on the round track, but that's fine. Because what I could also do is I can put the 5 here and the 5 here, put 4 on the round track. That would be fine. Let's do that instead. Let's keep our number low. 5 here, 5 there. So 5 is good for this. 5 is good for that. We can put a 2. We can put a 3, 4, 5 up here. So 4 would have to go here though. So this is okay. This is okay. We're good. We're good. We fixed it. We fixed the error. We're okay. So we're going to add 4. That makes it 18. We're at... All right. What kind of coffee did you make? What kind of coffee are you making? And what kind of coffee are you having, Blue Wave? I'd love to hear more about it. Okay. So we fixed the problem that we had, right? And we have green and blue right now. So the blue 5 rather, I'm going to put right there. The blue 5 is perfect. Now I need to put a 3 or a 3 or a 4 here. So there's nothing I can do down here that's going to do that. So that's fine. So I think we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna play this 5 here, because we know that this has to be a 4, and then we have 1 and 3 over here, like 1, 2, and 3. That's what we're dealing with. So this can't be a 1, but this could be a 3 or a 2. So that's not bad. That's not bad. We're not restricted by color, don't forget. We just have to keep in mind the rows. So we're going to add 4 to our total. That's 22. We're halfway there, and we're at 22. Flavored hazelnut. Ooh, hazelnut is good. Hazelnut is good stuff. Okay. This can be a pain. It's going to be a pain. It's absolutely going to be a pain. And that's okay. What do we have here? Hi, Nom. How's it going? All right, we have a red 6, which we can't place here. We can place the red 6 here. That's the only spot I can place the red 6 in. Hi, Gil. Good afternoon. How are you? Welcome Raiders. Thanks. What are you up to, friend? How are you? I have not had a chance to catch your streams lately, but I'm so glad you're here. Sports. Oh, you were doing your podcast thing today, right? You do a podcast, right? You have local elections today. Yeah, ours are we have a primary for the I think the Board of Ed or something or the town on Tuesday. I think. I think they sent us something in the mail about it. But welcome on in, Raiders. If you're not already following my friend Gil, my in-person friend I've known for so long. We went to college together and everything. Please make sure you're giving him a follow because he's wonderful. He's a variety streamer. He plays all kinds of stuff, not just Minecraft, but Sea of Thieves, Yakuza, his sports podcast. Just he's a very versatile streamer. But I hope you're doing okay, friend. And I miss chatting with you. We have to find a time that's good for both of us. That's good for both of us time zone wise, because I would love to be able to catch up. But I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, 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 welcome. It's good to see you. Okay. The 2 5s on the left matter. Hi Z's, they do. They do because I'm trying to keep the rows different numerically because if I do, I get 5 bonus points for every row that's different numerically. So I need to put something up here that isn't a 5. It should be a 3 or a 4, and I don't have a 3 or a 4 right now. So instead I'm going to play this red 6. And now I can go ahead and try to manipulate the board, but I don't know how good that's going to go. I do have this Lathkin that I could use to burn this, but I have nowhere to move the dice. I have nowhere where I can put anything, and I would need to use it twice in order to manipulate the board in the best way possible, and that's not going to happen. So I have to just let that go. Now, the blue 3 I can't play here or here. I can play it in one of these 2 spots, along with the blue 1, because we do need 1s and 2s. But I think I want to play the blue 3 here. Because there's already 3 in this row, so this doesn't matter. So this can't be 3 anyway. I am starting to get nervous about the color restrictions. So there might have to be some moving around a little bit. But I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. We're going to add 6 to our total. That is now 28. And we have another yellow 5 that can't be used. Fantastic. A green 6 that can't be used because we have 6 in every row. A green 3 that I can put in that corner, and a purple 1 I can put in that corner. So these 2 I can definitely use. I can definitely use these 2. So it's like, there's already a 6 in this row, so there's a 6 in every row. There's a 6 in every row, so the 6 is moot. But I can place the 3 here. I can place the 3 here and get that through. And I can place the purple 1 here and get that through. It's going to add 11 points. It's going to add 11 points to my total, though. So it's like... So it's getting a little bit hairy. It's getting a little bit hairy. Especially with Lathkin moving exactly 2 dice. That's a little rough. So we'll play the purple 1. We'll add 11 and we'll call that a wash. We're at 39. So we're not doing that badly right now. We're not. I think we're going to be okay. So a green 4, Okay, we can place the green 4 right in that 4 spot. That's fine. 2 blue 1s and a purple 1. Okay, interesting. The green 4 we can definitely play. The green 4 is definitely playable. I'm getting nervous about the red though. So what I kind of want to do, I kind of want to use Lathkin. I want to use Lathkin here and maybe move this 3 up. Cuz I can't do much. You are totally fine, Gil. That's okay. I hope you enjoy your session. But hi, yeah, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. We have to catch up one of these days. We really, really do. I'm always glad to see you. And I have to pop into one of your things. One of your streams at some point. I promise I'll do that very soon. Because I think I just hit 15 months following your, subscribe to your channel, and that's awesome. I'm so glad to be able to support you. But what do I do with this? What do I do with this mess? Because this is a mess. This is an absolute mess. What I might have to do is perhaps shift the 6 over. Because this has to be a 3 of some sort. Maybe if I shift the 6 over, that's one move, and then move the red 2 down. So hold on. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play the purple 1, because we need a 1 there anyway. And we'll play the green 4. Wait, hold on. Let's do that. We'll do that first. Green 4 first. We can try to re-roll. Well, we can't re-roll the blue dice because we can't use the blue dice. So the purple die has to go here. We only have 1 yellow die on this board, and that's really frustrating. I have to admit, that is exceptionally frustrating. Because we need that. We need that in a different spot. We're going to add 2. That's going to make it 41. And we have a red 2 anyway, so we don't need to move it. But that green 3 is just... Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. This is so bad. I should have done that last round. Ugh. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. We're going to end up losing the row here. We're going to end up losing it. We're going to end up losing this row. I'm disgusted. I'm absolutely disgusted. But it's fine. There are worse things. Alright, so we're going to do that. We're going to play the red 5 because, no, I literally can't play anything. I just realized I can't play anything. Because I can't move it either. I should have moved it last round. That would have opened up so many doors. Oh, well, actually, no. I wouldn't have been able to play anything if I moved this anyway. So, meh. Yeah. We're going to be stuck. So that's adding 14. That's going to make it 55. And then a yellow 5, which we can't use... Maybe a green 2, a blue 6, and a purple 3. Oh my god, this is the worst of the worst. So, let's see. We have... What tools can we use right now? Because we have to lower this amount. We need this to be a 4. So we can put that there. So we can do that. because we can't do anything else. So, because we're not going to be able to use we're not going to be able to move the dice. Because if I use this, I'm not going to be able to, there's nothing I'm going to be able to do to move this 6 down into here. So we're going to have 2 open spots. Now, if I move this 6 over, I move this 6 over, and then I move... Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I can take this... Yeah, I think I'm going to end up with 2 that are going to be open, honestly, at the end of the round. So this is going to become a 4. That's going to go here, but then I still can't play the green 2 or the blue 6. So I think I'm stuck. So if I did that. Now, if I end up using Lathkin instead, right? I have to figure out where I'm going to move everything. So let's say I move this over to here, which I can't do because there's a blue here already. So if I moved this... No, I can't move that. So... Yeah, even if I moved that, it wouldn't work. Hi, Alice. So the best bet is to burn this, make this a 4, put that in there, and then have 2 spots left over, add 8, and then that's fine. So that leaves us with 63. We are definitely not getting 63 points. But it is totally fine. It's totally fine. It's okay. It's okay. If we get anything, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, goodness. Goodness, 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 goodness. We tried, friends, we tried. We got trounced, but we're okay. We're good. We're totally good. We're okay. I hope you're laughing along with me, because that's half the fun of this, is kind of seeing, you know, games like this are very thinky. They're not very crunchy, but they're very thinky. And they're just an absolute riot. We've come across quite a few things this stream that have just been like, oh, alrighty then. Excuse me. My allergies have been awful this season, which is part of why I stepped out before, and I might actually have to step out now. So I've been drinking a lot of hot beverages, even though it's, 90 degrees outside, because they keep my lungs open. I don't understand how my physiology works. It helps me feel better, so I'm just going to take it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try again. We're going to try again, because if at first you don't succeed, you try again. And we're playing on easy mode. And I'm going to give you a 2-minute poll, and we're going to be looking for purple and or red. Remember, purple and red, the bonus points are tallied from whichever one we have more of. So which boards are we looking at right now? We're looking at Comitas, which is a level 5. Lux Mundi, again Lux Mundi, which is a level 6 difficulty. Suncatcher, which is a level 3 difficulty. We just played that board. And Chromatic Splendor, if I can spell it right, that would be great, for a level 4 difficulty. I'm going to give you 2 minutes because I'm going to go check and see if my second cup of coffee is ready. And you can use bits or your coffee beans to allow additional voting. So feel free. 2 minutes, everybody. I'm doing well, Alice. I'm going to go grab that cup of coffee and I will be right back with you. So make sure you vote. Make sure you vote because I need to know what to play. Okay, so sorry about that. So what happened was, just don't want the same board. Yeah, of course. And thank you for using your bits and your coffee beans. I really, really appreciate that. Thanks for your patience. So I had set up Don't Skip Leg Day. Oh, Lady Amelia, I adore you. Okay, here we go. All right, before I sit back down and get comfortable. All right, so these are squats. And I apologize that you can't see me, but I'm not a full-time creator, so I don't use a webcam. So I'm going to stand up straight, and I'm going to do 10 squats, and you're welcome to do them along with me. Just watch your back. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, goodness. 5, 6, 7, 8, again. Oh, good grief. Whew. Okay. Oh, that got my heart rate up. Thank you, Lady Amelia. Thank you very much. Whew. Oh boy. Alright, so you wanted Chromatic Splendor. I saw it was a tight race between that and Suncatcher. So, good job. So, yeah, in any event, so I set up a cup of coffee to be made during the last game. And when I came out, my coffee maker, I have a split coffee maker, right? So I have a regular carafe on one side. Oh, awesome, Lady Amelia. Thank you. That's awesome. So I have a regular coffee maker on one side, with a carafe and basket and all that stuff. And I have a K cup on the other side. So it's a dual coffee maker. Because there are some days where I just want to, plunk in the cup and go, and there are other days where I have a little more time. So I make a regular pot and just take it with me. Not the actual carafe. I put it in a thermos, for Pete's sake. And the thing is, with the K-cup side, the needle has a tendency to clog frequently. So I have to I clean it after every single cup. Like I have a paper clip that I keep, and I jam it in there and swirl and get all the coffee grinds that build up and whatever. I clean it out after every cup because it clogs so frequently. Well, I set up this cup, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go play a game. I'll come back. It'll be done. It'll be a little cold, but it's fine. And there was next to nothing in the cup. And I'm just like, ugh. And the screen on the coffee maker said needle, and I went, oh, here we go. So I take it apart, and I'm poking through, and the grinds were just all jammed in. So I'm just going, ugh, here we go. And I cleaned it out and everything, and now it's fine. But man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Blue Waves, Lady Amelia says, I have the same coffee pot. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, the needle clogs so often. I keep 2 paper clips by my coffee maker just for that. And Blue Wave says, I have an electric kettle and a carafe. I use the electric often because I only need a cup or 2. So with the pots, I make them on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because that's the schedule I used to have when before we were called in full-time. I was going in up to 3 times a week. So on the days where I went into work, I always made a little extra coffee. I'd make a 5-cup carafe. It's a full-size carafe. I only make 5 cups because the cups are very, very small, of half calf, and I take that with me to work. And I still do it every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Saturdays and Sundays, I try to use the K-cup side. So I don't drink too much coffee. I love coffee, but I also know my body's limits. So I'm like, all right, I made a cup of the Bananas Foster this morning, and everything seemed okay. And I put the K-cup in, because I have a basket for the K-cup side too, where I can just put regular grinds and not have to, it's not a cup, it's not in a K-cup, it's a different thing. And so I was using that, and that must have clogged the needle. So, even though I cleaned it. So, oops. Oh well, it happens. All right, so what are our tools? We're using Chromatic Splendor as our board. What tools are we going to use right now? Well, let's see. We have, for purple, we have Flux Remover, which we haven't seen yet this stream. Draft a die, then swap it for a new die from the supply. Choose a value and place the new die, obeying all placement restrictions, or return it to the draft pool. Fair enough. And we also have Grazing Pliers, which we'd used last game. Draft a die, then increase or decrease its value by 1, where 1 may not change to 6 or 6 to 1. Okay, fair enough. Then we have, for yellow, we see, again, Lathkin, moving exactly 2 dice, obeying all placement restrictions. And then Copperfoil Burnisher, move any 1 die in your window, ignoring value restrictions on your window pattern. So we have that in front of us. Okay, 1 second here. So we have those tools to work with. And let's see, what are our public objectives? We have Deep Shades, which are sets of 5 and 6 anywhere. That's going to come in handy because we want the higher numbers. Let's see if they actually get anywhere. Like last game with the ones and the twos. And then shade variety, we see shade variety again, sets of one of each value anywhere. So thankfully we're not restricted by rows. So we can we have a lot more wiggle room when it comes to that. Okay, there we go. I had to just send a quick message. And so let us get started. All right, Peezerk. Have a wonderful day. Hi, Grays. Good afternoon or good morning, whatever your time zone is. Good to see you. How are you? Blue Wave says, I should be okay with 2 cups today, halfway done with the first. This is my second. Because I had a full caffeine cup earlier, this is decaf to balance it out. Because if I have too much caffeine, I start vibrating. Like my body shakes, and it gives me the wrong kind of energy. So I have to be really mindful of that. So we're starting off strong here. Looks like we have a red 6, which is bonus. Good stuff. A yellow 1, a green 3, and a green 2. Well, I think right off the bat, I want to get that red 6. I want that red 6 immediately. So I think what I want to do first is I want to put the yellow 1 here. And you're like, wait a minute, NJ, you just said you wanted the red 6. What's up? Well, I want to start here and build out this way. Because if I put the red 6 here and the yellow 1 here, I'm surrounded by way too many restrictions. Well, actually, I'm surrounded by restrictions regardless, but that's fine. But this is going to solve the 1 restriction, because 1s, again, are really hard to come by sometimes. And then we can put the red 6 here, not worry about this, and we can basically make this red instead any color that comes along, whether it's another red or purple or whatever. And that's going to give us 5 points. That's going to give us 5 points for the round track. I think we're going to be okay with that. So let's do that. And we're going to have 6 points towards this private objective here, which is also what we want. Halfway also to our 5-6 first pair. So I think that's going to be okay. We're going to add 5 to the round track. And we're going to go from there. So tell me, chat, what do you have planned for today? What are some things you're going to be working on for the rest of the day? For Manatee and I, we're going to be doing more cleaning and organizing. We're actually getting a whole bunch of stuff together for Goodwill. We're clearing out our game space because we want to start having people to come to the house, which we haven't had in so long. We're looking forward to, having people over again. So it's an exciting time. So I have to clean the kitchen and the living room. I have laundry to do, so I have to finish that because I started that yesterday. So we'll see. Let's see. What do we have here? We have a red 4, 2 yellow 6s, and a green 4. Okay. Well, problem. We can't put a yellow 6 in this yellow spot because there's a red 6 here. Whoops. That's okay. That's okay. We can take one of the yellow 6s and we can put it right here. We can put that yellow 6 right there. That's a-okay. Alice says, I'm on vacation. My friend's kid is graduating high school. Oh, congrats to your friend's kid. That's exciting. That's exciting. I bet they're starting college soon. They must be so excited and nervous. Blue Wave says, I will mostly relax. Doubt I will leave the house. It will be hot outside. Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 90s again here today. And I'm not looking forward to, I've been looking forward to the heat for months because I love warmth. Because the cold and I don't get along. But when it's 90 and humid, no thank you. No thank you. So we have the air conditioners going and everything, and I do think we need to go food shopping, but I think we're going to wait till after everything cools off to get the things that we need for the week. So we'll see. don't have much in the way of a plan, but I'd like to work towards getting people's characters ready for a D&D game. Fantastic. Lady Amelia says, I'm doing laundry and lawn work. Oh, nice. Yeah, we went ahead and we worked on our front yard. We did some pruning. Alice says, I haven't seen my friends in 2 years. My doggy was too sick to travel. Oh, poor puppy. Yeah, I know. Oh, I hope you can see them soon. I hope you can see your friends soon. That would be absolutely wonderful if you could do that. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Because we need to do something. And the six isn't going to work unless we move this. We could move the 6 over, but that's not going to help us any. So I think I want to save Lathkin. I want to save Lathkin for... I want to save Lathkin. Because I could take this 6 and move it over, but that red 6 has to move to a different spot. So I think what I might want to do is put the 4 here, just to get it out of the way. It's going to add 10 to the round track, which is not ideal, but neither Lathkin or Copperfoil Burnisher are helpful right now. They're not going to do us any favors. So we can come back to this and we can fix this a different way. I did want that 4. I do want that red 4, but there's nowhere I can put it. So we're going to have to just suck it up and deal as it were. So that's going to give us 15, which is not ideal, but not entirely terrible. And now we're in a better spot because we have a yellow 4 and 3, and we have a purple 2 and 1. And that's okay. So the purple 4 we can put right here. The purple 4 is going to nestle in nicely in that yellow spot. And then the purple 2 we can put here. And that's going to give us access to the 1. Yep, exactly. So let's put that purple in. We're going to put that 4 in. Because we could also put it here too, but I really want to try and get purples and reds on the board. And right now we're looking at a 6 and a 2. So we're going to add 4. That's going to give us 19. So that's not great, but it's not terrible. Okay, so we have reds and purples. Yay! We have reds and purples. What do we have? We have a red 2, a yellow 3, a green 3, and a purple 5. Purple 5, right there. Boom. That's going to give us 5 points right there. That's good. Now, the question is, do we fill in the 3 restriction, or do we fill in the 2 restriction? Or do we fill in the green restriction? Because we can do any of those things. I'm thinking we take the green 3 and we put it here, because we already have 3 colors surrounding this 3. So this has to be a blue or a green. So we might as well just plunk that in there, and we can use these 2 here to manipulate the board. Now that there are a few more pieces on the board, we don't exactly have full access to all the moving parts yet. We're still missing this spot right here. So if we can get this spot filled in, then we can start using these 2 tools and manipulating the board a bit. So let's plunk these in there, get that all nestled in nicely, and now we just need something here or here to get to this spot, and then we can start do-si-doing around the board, which is exciting. We're going to add 5. That's going to give us 24. Keeping this low is not going to be easy. Okay, what do we have? We have 2 red 3s, a blue 6, and a blue 2. Okay. Well, that blue 6 is going to go right there because we want to keep the costs low. And now we're at a point where if we wanted to use copper foil burnisher, we totally could. But I don't think we're there yet. But now we have access to the full board, so we can hit that 6. And I want to put the blue 2 here, but I think I want to go here maybe. And get that red 3, because that's going to give us 9. We're at 9 and 7. So we definitely need more red and we need more purple. So that'll add 5 to the round track. That's going to make it 29. Tropic says, officially coffee is hot and you like coffee. That's right. I do like iced coffee, to be fair, but I never make it because if I try to make it, it will come out very weak because I haven't made it in so long. So, you know, I'm not sure. So, yeah. So, I have to practice that because it is getting really hot and I love iced coffee in the summer. I go to one of the chain places. I used to every Saturday. I had a meeting in I always would go to the WW meeting and then I would go get iced coffee in the summer months, like the biggest coffee they had, and it was just it was actually not bad. But if I try to make it myself, it'll come out really gross. Let's see, what do we have? We have a yellow 3, a green 3, a blue 3, and a purple 5. Well, the purple we can definitely use. That's for sure. So let's plunk that 5 right there. So that's good. We can take the green 3 and plunk it in the green restriction. I'm starting to get a little nervous about these, not gonna lie. I'm getting a little bit nervous. I might want to look for... I can take this 4 and scoot it over here, because I do have these tools that I want to use. But again, I don't want to use them if I don't have to. But it's starting to get a little bit sideways. And we have 2 pairs here. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, at least we're going to get 5 points once. And there technically should be 4 of each number. There should be 4 of each number on the board at the end of the game if we're going to get the max shade variety bonus. So I'm not sure. Let's add 6 to our total. That's going to be 35. And that is a lot of 1s. Holy moly. That's a lot of 1s. Good grief. Well, let's put the purple one here, and we can put the red one up here, and now we have to start moving stuff. 2-headed snake eyes, that's right. So let's do that. We'll add 2 to the round track, and now this is the part where we're going to start manipulating the board. Depending on what we get next round. We still have all of these tools to work with, right? And we don't necessarily have to use them all. We don't. So we have a red 3, a yellow 2, a green 5, and a purple 1. Well, this is where we're going to start using tools now, because this is a little silly. What I think I want to do first, I know that I want to take that green 4. I want to take that green 4 and move it over here. I want to put it in that corner. Because then I can put the green 5 over here if I want to. This purple 5 is in a prime spot for something else. So I might want to move that. So let's use Lathkin, and we're going to move this over to here, right? So that this 5 I keep grabbing the board. I'm sorry. So that 5 can go there. But now we have this red spot. We have this red spot. We can move this over. No. We can't move that. Lathkin, 2. We move this. If I move this 6 over, I can't move that 3 to that spot. I can move the red 1, but not the red 3. Because the red 3 is, even though it's in an open spot, there's a 3 right here, so that's not going to work. But I can still move. I can still move this over. I can still move it over if I wanted to. I could also move this 3 up to here and do something there, but I'd rather not. This is a 5er, so that's not going anywhere. This 5, I could move up here. Because I can't move that 2 to there. Well, now I can, if I wanted to. So that's a little wonky. Now, if I didn't do that, right? If I didn't do that and I instead used Lathkin for something else, if I used Lathkin, I could move... what would I do with this, though? I would move that 5 up to there to let this 5 come in, and then I would move the 4 over anyway. So if I did that, if I did Lathkin, burn that, move this over, move that up, so that this could come here and then open all this up, that wouldn't be a bad idea. That wouldn't be a bad idea at all. So I could do that. And then I can take the red 3, I could put it in this corner right here or that corner there, and that would be okay. That would leave me with 1 that would go in the round track. So I kind of think that's where I think that's kind of where I'm at. And right now we have 10, 12, 13 for purple, and we're at 9, 12, 13 for red. So we're even with reds and purples, which is peculiar. And also, if I needed to, I could use copperfoil burnisher if it comes up, or I could use grozing pliers and make a 3, a 2, or something like that. So fingers crossed, everybody, because now the only thing I could do is use copperfoil burnisher if a red comes up. So 38. We're at 38. What do we have? We have a yellow 5, a green 6, a green 1, and a purple 2. Well, that's convenient because the purple 2 can go right here. We don't have to worry about any more restrictions. We need 6s because we only have we have 3 6s on the board. We have 2 2s on the board. Now remember, I said it was a max of 4. It was a max of 4 for each color. Not each color, each number. We have 3 5s on the board, so we can fit another 5 on here. We have 3 6s, so we can fit a 6, one more 6. We have 3 1s, so we could fit a 1 on here. So we're ideally looking at a 5, a 6, oddly enough, a 5, a 6, and a 1. Now, since we have 3 6s and 3 5s, the 6 or the 5 do not matter. They don't matter because whatever comes up, comes up. Now, I could go ahead and place a 1 right there and eat the 11, but I'd rather not do that. I'd rather not do that because that's a lot of points to throw up there. So instead, I'm going to play the 2. And then I'm going to play the 6 right there. So that's going to give me 6 points for the round track, which is fine. We're at 44. And now if a purple or a red come up, we can do a little bit of do-si-doing and go from there. We can figure stuff out. We have a mess. We have a red 5, 2 red 1s, and a blue 2. Okay. That's awkward. Not terrible, but awkward. We definitely want the 5. We want that 5. So we need to figure out where it's going to go. And it's a red 5 at that. So that complicates things just a tinge. What we can do is kind of cry, because there's not much we can do here. Okay, we're in a little bit of a pickle. Not gonna lie, we're in a bit of a pickle. How do we get out of the pickle that we're in? How do we fix this? Because I only can move one item. I can only move one thing. And the options are not there. The options just are not there. Okay. I could use the beat. I could use the blue too, yes. So one of the things that I could do, I don't have a purple. I only have a red. So I could use the red to move something. With only 2 available spaces open, I could move the green 6 over. But that's not that's not going to help, because I still want to place the 5. I can't move this. I could try to move this, but this is next to a purple and this is next to a purple. So that's a problem. I can't move that because it's blue. I can't move this because it's a 3. I can't move that because it's purple. Can't move that because it's a 6. Can't move this. Well, I could move this up, but this is a red 5, so that's not going to do me any favors. So it's like, huh. Yeah, and I can't move the 3 either. So I'm in a gigantic pickle. I'm in an ugly pickle. That 5 is not gonna do anything. So I need to figure out what I can move that will allow me. What can I move? I'm trying to... Yeah, Grace, I think I'm stuck, because if I move this red over, I can't place a red next to it. If I move the 3, I need a 3 that I don't have. This I need a purple. This I can't move because there's a red next to it or a red next to it. So, like, let's say, for example, I burn this 1, right? This is the only move I can technically make, here to here or here. I mean, I could move this up, but then I can't place that 1. I could move the 6 over, but I need a red. I could move this 5 down, but I can't because it's next to a purple. I could move this... I can't move that red. I could move this 2 over, but I need a purple. Actually, no, I can't, because that's there. I could move this up. But again, it's adjacent to a red. The reds are in just the right spots to wreak havoc. And I did not even foresee that. So I'm kind of like, oof. There's literally there's really nothing I mean I can move this over, but that's still gonna only leave the 2. That's only gonna leave the 2. So my best bet to cut down on the damage is to use this burn the 5. Burn the 5. And and what was it that I was going to move again? Was it was this 4? No, it wasn't the 4. What was I going to move? I was going to move something. I don't remember what it was. Was it this? It wasn't this 6. Was it the 4? No. Was it moving the 2 down? No. That's a 5. That's a blue. That's a purple. That's a 3. That's a red. Oh, I was going to move this over to here. So I'm still with these 2 reds. I have no purple. So I can put this here or here, and that's basically it. I would take the 2. I wouldn't be able to play anything else for the rest of the game. I would lose 3 points for the corner, but I think overall we didn't do that badly, although it's probably going to be ugly. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. It happens. We're going to add 2. Our score to beat is 46, if I added this correctly. 46. Okay, so I added correctly. That's a bonus. Yeah, we're off to a good start already. Okay, not great, but that's fine. Okay, so 31 points. Yeah, okay, oops. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna try again. That's it. We're just gonna try again. This is how we improve. That was tough. It was very tough. But that's how we improve. We work through it. We work through it. Okay. So now that I don't have to get back up, at least for a little while, unless one of you makes me do something. I'm going to set up a new poll. We're going to be looking for blue or red this time. We have Suncatcher, which we have played before. That's the level 3 difficulty. Lux Astrum, which we haven't seen yet. That's level 5 difficulty. Aurora Sagradas. And that is for 4 difficulty. And then Lux Mundi, which I played in the very first game this stream. That is the highest difficulty of 6. I'm going to give you all 1 minute to vote this time. So we can dive right into the next game. Lady Amelia is asking me to stretch. Nam is asking me to hydrate. So I'm going to stretch first. I'm standing up and putting my arms over my head while I watch this poll. And right now, Suncatcher and Lux Astrum are neck and neck. Suncatcher up ahead. Lux Astrum is falling behind 67-33%. We're almost halfway through this poll, and Suncatcher is running away. Nope. Lux Astrum is catching up. Lux Astrum is now caught up at 50% of the vote. Oh no, Suncatcher's coming out ahead. Suncatcher's trying. Lux Astrum is attempting to stay in the game here. 50-50. We're at about 20 seconds left. Suncatcher and Lux Astrum are tied. Nope, Suncatcher is out ahead. Aurora Sagradas and Lux Mundi have not even left the gate. That is unfortunate. Suncatcher, 53% of the vote. Aurora Sagradas finally decided to leave the gate at 10% of the vote. Aurora Sagradas is catching up quickly. 18% of the vote there. 3, 2, 1. Suncatcher. Suncatcher. Thank you for your contributing bits and channel points. That's what they're there for. Thank you. Suncatcher it is. Let's go. And I did hydrate. Thank you very much. Okay, so Copper Foil Burnisher makes a return. We're going to be able to play this, hopefully. Move any one die in your window ignoring value restrictions. That is going to be for red. For blue, we have its companion in Eglomi's Brush. Move any one die in your window, ignoring color restrictions on your window pattern. You must obey all other placement and adjacency restrictions. So, nice. That's going to be That is going to be super helpful. Maybe. Tap wheel. And this is the tool that I was really hoping we would see today. Move up to 2 dice of the same color that match the color of a die on the round track. You must obey all placement restrictions. And then flux brush for purple. Draft a die, then re-roll it. If it cannot be placed, return it to the draft pool. There we go. Ooh. Oh dear. We have the double whammy. Two of the hardest public objectives combined when they're combined. Row and column color variety. Rows for 6 points each. Columns for 5 points each. Rows and columns with no repeated colors. So, hoo boy, everybody, buckle up. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about keeping the values different, but the color differences are going to be tough. Oh boy. And how are we starting off? How are we kicking off this game? We are kicking it off with a yellow 3 and green 5, 3, and 2. So automatically, we need to keep in mind that all of these colors here are actually going to help us in remembering to keep these things different. We have to really focus on colors now. So I'm going to really be looking to all of you for help in making sure that I don't miss this. So that I don't miss this. So here we go. What I think I want to do first, because again, we look at the exterior. I see that there's already a green spot, and there's a yellow. There's a 3 spot. So what I think I want to do first, again, because I want to reduce the amount of points that are going to end up on the round track. I think I want to play the green 5 in the corner first. That's going to take care of green for this column and this row. Then after that, I want to play the yellow 3 right beside it, because that's going to take care of this column for yellow and then this row for yellow, because there's no other yellow restriction here. So we're going to do that first. And thankfully, again, we are not restricted by value. So we're going to be able to put basically whatever. We're going to go willy-nilly with the values. So let's go. Next up, we have a red 1, 2 yellow 6s, and a purple 1. All I'm going to say to this is, ouch. All I'm going to say to this is, ouch. This hurts. There are a few ways around it. And we can do so in one of several ways. Part of what I might want to do, because I can, is immediately burn copper foil burnisher. Take this 5 and plunk it right up here, so that I can place one of the yellow 6s here and the other one up here, because that will take care of these 3 rows and this. What I can also do is place a yellow 6 here, like I can put it here. Okay, Lady Amelia, have fun. Burn the 1, move the yellow 5 over, take the other... Oh, I can't take the other yellow 6, so never mind. Hold on, that's a bad thought, So I could use this, dump that, flip this, and then 1 and 2. So I could do that to get the yellows out of the way. That would take care of these 3 columns. We know that there's going to be a yellow here, and there should be a yellow here. So, or possibly a yellow here. But that would get rid of 12 points right off the bat. What do you all think about that? Do you think that's a good play, or is it using a tool too soon? Excuse me. I think I might be in the clear. I think I might be okay for that. Excuse me. I have a cough already this morning. Good grief. All right. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. I think that's going to be the best play to get rid of these high point things. I hate using a tool so early in game, but I think that's going to be the best play. We'll add 1, so that's going to make it 6. Ow. So we're at 6, and we're at round 3. And that honestly was probably the best move we could have done. I think we dodged a couple of things there, because now we can go ahead. We can place the 6 in this corner, and then we can either place the purple 4 here, or we could place the 3 here. And I think I might want to place the purple 4 in the corner and get the 4 out of the way. I think I might want to do that. Because I could also place it here and leave myself a little more open. I think I might want to place myself a little more open in this corner and put something else here. Because this is already restricted. This is going to be restricted. Well, we can repeat numbers. So we can repeat values. So I'm not worried about that, I guess. But should it go here? Or should it go here? That's what I'm kind of torn about. And I do know that we need red and blue, but in the 4 spot, Lady Amelia says, yeah, I agree. We'll put it in the 4 spot. We're going to add 4 to our total. We're at 10. We're doing much better than last game already because we're at 10 at round 4. And look at that. We have red and blue. And part of me thinks we should focus on blue. So we can go ahead and place a blue 5 right there. That's going to tackle blues for this row and this column. And then we can put a blue here. We can put the blue 5 here as well. Could put it here. Could put it here. We could put it here. So I think here first. And that's going to give us the blue for this row and this column. So that's going to be good. And we still need blue for other areas. Because we can't put a blue here. Or anywhere else over here. We can put a blue here. 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 Or here. So. Bottom so it shares the 5 border. Agreed. That's a good call, Grace. That's kind of where my head was going to. And that works, because that's going to give us 10 points towards the blue objective. We don't have any points yet for the red objective, so I feel like we're going to be focusing on blue, and that's totally fine. That's fine. And we'll see what else comes up. So let's do that. We're going to add 7 to the pool. That's 17. We're almost halfway through the game, and we're at this point under 20 points, which isn't too bad. We have a yellow 5 and 3 and 2 purple 6s. One of those 6s is immediately going in the corner, so that takes care of this column and this row. So this right here has to be a red. This has to be red. So we're going to have to hope we get some red on the board. And it has to be a 1, 2, 4, or 6. So that's not bad at all. That's actually really good right there. Now, as far as the yellows go, we need something over here, but we don't have it yet. So the yellow basically is pretty much obligated to go nowhere. There can't be a yellow in this column at all. it can only go over here. So that puts us in a bit of a pickle unless we go ahead and we put a purple here. If we put a purple here, then that means that this has to be green, which I kind of don't want to do. And I can't put the 6 here. I could put it here. That's going to solve this column and this row. Or this row and this column and this row, rather. I've got it backwards. So we can do that. So I'm going to put the first 6 here. There's already a green in the middle column. That's right. That's right, Grays. Good eye. Good eye. See, this is why I do allow backseat gaming for this, because you see stuff I don't. You see stuff I don't. Excuse me. So, okay. Now, we can't use yellow, so we have to use purple. We have to use purple. And so, purple is spoken for this row, for this column, and for this column, and for this row. So, we can get away with putting a purple here or here. And we can't put it here because there's already a 6, so it has to go up here. So that speaks for purple in this column. Now, I could easily go ahead and I could draft a die, then re-roll it, but there's no point because I still can't place the yellow anywhere unless... Yeah, there's no yellow in the round track yet. So I could use tap wheel and move stuff around. Like, I could take this... I wouldn't be able to take this and move it. I would move it up there, but... That's tough. So the 6 has to go here, and then I might have to do some manipulating and move some stuff around to make it work. Because I could always move it down here, which would be more ideal. But... poop. We'll figure it out. We're going to add 8 to the round track. That's going to make it... oh, I hit the wrong button. That's great. Alright, hold on. So we have 5 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 3, which is 25. If I added this right, it's 25. 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 15, 17, 25. Yeah, I did add it right. I did add correctly. Very good. Okay. So all of the 6s have me deeply concerned. That adds to the difficulty here. We're in a little bit of trouble with the 6s. The 4s are no better either. Now we're starting to get it's starting to get a little bit ugly with the 6s. I don't like the 6s being the way that they are. We do have some blues, which are great, but we can't really use them. Unless I put a blue 6 here, which I could totally do. And then the blue 4 rather, and then the blue 6 here. Those are the only logical spots, because I could take Flux Brush. Let me clear the board. I could take Flux Brush and burn this purple, and re-roll one of the blue dice if I wanted to. I could re-roll the 6 and make it lower. I still also need to fill in that red spot, so that 3 is prime for that spot. And that would actually open up some stuff for me. So if I were to... I could essentially move... what would I move, though? What would I move? Because it has to be the same color. It has to be the same color. So I would need to place the red 3 here first. You like the idea of a 6 on the right since there are so many 6s already? So I'm kind of thinking, take the 3, right? Put it there. Then burn the blue 6, even though I don't want to. To move, I have to move 2 yellows. So if I do that, right? Because I need to be able to reach this spot, and I can't reach the spot yet. So the 6 has to be played, or the 3 has to be played. So then what I would do is I would use, I could use Eglomi's brush, which wouldn't be bad because that's only one. That's only moving 1 die as opposed to 2. So if I did this, burn the 6, then I would move this 6 up here, which is more than fine. That fills in the yellow, so that all we have left is this 2 restriction. Then I could go ahead. Now I can't play a purple. I can't play a purple anywhere. I can't play a purple anywhere unless I take this 4, and move it down here, and then move the 6 to here, which I could also do. I could shift it over 1, because I can't really, I'd have to play the blue 4, which I could play here. Then this would have to be green. This would have to be green, because I could play it here as well. So then this would have to be red. This would have to be, well, it's red. Wait, red. Yeah, so this would have to be red and this would have to be purple. That's not going to happen. So this has to go there, because this has to be red and this has to be purple. This right here. And ooh, wait. That's not good. Hold your horses, friends. Hold your horses right there. We have a problem. We have a big problem. Because this can't be purple and this can't be purple. So this has to be purple, but this is purple up here. So that is a whole ball of wax that we did not expect. That is a whole ball of wax we did not want. We did not expect that one bit. That is what we like to call a mess. That's what we like to call a mess. So here's unfortunately what we're gonna, and I am beside myself right now. This is not okay. Unless I move this over to here. I could use tap wheel and do it, but I'd rather not. I could re-roll this blue, because I still have, I might have to do that. So hold on. That's right, because I'm on my second turn. So what I might have to do instead is I might have to use tap wheel for this. Sagrada kicking my butt this week. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. So if I use tap wheel instead of, if I use tap wheel and move 2, and I burn the 6, then what I'd have to do is move the 4 to here, which wouldn't work. I'd have to move, hold on, use tap wheel, burn the 6, move the 4 to here, move the 6 to here. That makes this red or blue. That makes this red or blue. So that opens that up. I can't move the 4 there. No, I can't, right? But what I can do now is I can play the 4 here or here. And I would move, well, actually, no, I wouldn't play it here. I can't, oh, wait, I can't play it there. Play it here. That's fine. Play it here. That's fine. Because then this is now going to be red. This is now going to be red. So there's a lot of reds. There's a lot of red going on. This is going to be purple. I have 2 purples in the last column. Ah, Grace, thank you. Ah! What a mess. What a mess. Oh dear. Okay. So what if we took this 6? What if we just use this, burn this, move this 6 over to here? What if we just did that? We can use tap wheel another time. I could move the bottom yellow 6 into the corner and put a purple 6 instead. Nope, because that's a yellow. I would want to move this 6 into that spot instead. Now you get it. Now you understand. Why don't we take... Okay. So we have this blue we don't know what to do with. We can put it here, which we can't. We can put it here. So we need purple and red. So this would be... No, that's right. That's why we did that. We're going to move it to here. Because now this can be red and this can be purple, this can be red, and that's fine. I think we solved the problem. Because now we need green and blue up here, and this would be green and that would be blue, and that would still keep this okay. So I think we solved the problem, even though we're going to eat 6 points. I think we're going to be okay. So let's take that 6 points, let's add it. That's at 31. I think we worked it out. So good job, everybody. Give yourself some hype in chat, because that was good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. But now we have 2 yellow 2s, a purple 6, and a purple 4. Okay. What color can that 2 be? Well, the yellow 2 can go here just fine. The 2 can go here without question. That's fine. Yellow, then, the 2 at the top. It can be it can be red or green. No, it can be red. It has to be red. And it has to be... Oh, no. Oh, no. We're in trouble. Oh, no. I told you that this was going to be tough. I told you. This is a mess. But that yellow has to go there. So now we have a new conundrum. We have a new conundrum. That purple 4 is going to have to come down to one of these spots. That purple 4 is going to end up moving. And we need a purple in this area. And we're going to have to figure out how... We're going to have to... We can't move that. And we can't move that. But oh, this is a mess. I don't think we're coming out of this alive, y'all. I don't think we're coming out of this alive at all. Okay, so one option I have is to burn this 6 and re-roll the 4. And then worry about it later. because I can fit one more purple in here. And then all I have left, I think, is tap wheel, which could be useful. Maybe. I'm gonna YOLO the crap out of this. Let's go. And it becomes a 3. That actually helps. So I'm gonna put this here for now. And we're gonna keep our fingers crossed that we get some help that we can use to manipulate the board. Keep your fingers crossed. I told you that the colors would be tough, but this is ridiculous. A red 4, a red 2, a green 6, and a blue 6. Well, the red 2 can go there. The red 2 can go there. So we just have to manipulate this a little bit. And we have tap wheel, which we are definitely going to use. So what do? How do we get out of the pickle that we're in? How do we get out of the pickle that we're in? We know that the red 2 is going to go here, so we can't put anything in that 2 spot. We don't have anything to put in that 2 spot. So we need this to be a green. So we're going to move this up, which we can't actually, because I realize that's a solid green spot. And that is a 5, so we can't move that either. Now, we can move this yellow 6 here. And actually, no, we can't. I think we can get away with moving the blue, though. So if we use tap wheel, burn the 6, we can move this 5 to here, right? And we can take this blue and move it to... Wait, hold on. One second. We're almost there. I think we're onto something here. I really think we're onto something. If we move the... What did we move? We moved the blue 4 up 1, I think? No. We moved that there. Wait, what did we do? What did we do the first time? Because I'm onto something. I'm onto something here. I think I moved this over to here. And this to here. That is not ideal. Unless... Because this is going to be red and this is going to be red too. So we're going to lose this column. And it's better to lose the column than the row. So I think I'm okay with losing the column to save the row. I think that's going to work out okay. So let's play the 2. We know that this has to be green now, which doesn't help because the green is already there. So this has to be a green 2 then. And that's going to ruin that row, that column. And this has to be red also. So that doesn't help. Well, this can go here, at least. That's going to finish this row. That's going to give us 6 points. And this column being done is going to give us 5 points. This row being done is going to give us 6 points. So, we can do this, get 5 points here. We can do that, get 6 points there. Or I can't do that. Or I can do this. Yeah, I can do this too. So maybe if I do this... If I do this and that, that's going to be 6 points. This is going to be 5 points. So if I place that there, that's going to be 6. And if I place this here, that's going to be 6. And that's going to also give more points towards red. But I think blue is ahead, so... Let's get our 6 points and run. Let's get our 6 points and run. This isn't going to be perfect, but we're going to try. We're trying. We're trying. And I'm going to play one more game after this, and then we're going to find somebody to raid. Because we're going to try to win one game. We're going to try and win one. We're going to try and win one today. It's okay. It's okay. We have a green 5. We have a green 3, a blue 1, and a purple 1. That's not promising in the slightest. We need red. We need red. We don't have red. But we can place the green 3 here and give ourselves 6 points for that. So we can do that. That's okay. And we're going to call that done. I could place the green 3 here and get 5 points, but that would lose 6 points there. Or I could place this here and gain 5 points. So I'm going to do that. And we're going to need 2 reds to get 12 points. And if it's anything else, we'll still get points. We'll still get points if we don't have red. But if we have 2 reds, that's not going to be that bad. And now I'm going to double check my math because I haven't been keeping up with it. Where are we right now? We're at 5 plus 4 plus 6. Oh, wait. Why am I at 40? Hold on. No. Hold on. 5 plus 6. Oh, I'm just being silly now. 5 plus 4. 5 plus 4. Plus 6, 5, 4, 6, 7, plus 9, plus 6. All right, so we're at 37. And I'm going to place this. We're going to add 4. That's going to put us at 41. So already we're lower than last game, which is good. Now we just need red. And we have 1 red. We have 1 red. And I can't place that red. That's disappointing. And I'm all out of help. So this was the worst roll I could have had. I can place this and get no points for that. That 4 would have been great if it was anything else. So we're not winning this one either. And I can't do there's nothing else I can do. So we're just gonna end it. We're gonna see how many points we did get. We're not walking away with 0 points. That's fine. That's fine. I said that this was going to be a very, very, very difficult situation. Okay, so we got wrecked, but that's okay. That's half the fun is, all of it. It's okay. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Oh, goodness. Totally fine. All right. So what do we do next? What do we do next? Okay. Alright, so we're going to play one more game, as I said. We're going to try and win it. We've done really well the last couple of games. We haven't won, but that's okay. You know, it says it's easy, but it's not easy. And when you have, you know, different tools and you have different, you know, you're trying to think of how to fit all the different objectives in, it's definitely not, it's not easy. Not at all. All right. So which board do you want to play next? We're going to try Symphony of Light as an option. That is the highest difficulty of 6. Now, keep in mind, we're going to be looking for purple or yellow as our bonus points for the private objective. We have Firelight, which is a difficulty of 5. Aurora Sagradas makes a return in the hopes of being chosen. That's a 4. And Suncatcher, which has been very popular as an option today. That is the lowest level at 3. So 1 minute on the clock. 1 minute on the clock. Choose your board. Whichever one is the whichever one wins the poll is the board that I will be playing. And automatically Firelight running out ahead with 100% of the vote. That is the level 5 difficulty. That is the next to highest difficulty. And you can tell the difficulty on the board by how much coverage there is of the different restrictions. Firelight racing out ahead with 100% of the vote. Symphony of Light, Aurora Sagradas, and Suncatcher not even leaving the gate yet. Firelight is just trotting at this point, taking the lead and just walking away with it, not even trying. About 20 seconds left to go, and Firelight Firelight's going to run away with this. It seems like you're all part of that. Nope, Symphony of Light decided to wake up and is coming out. Firelight, 75% of the vote. Symphony of Light, 25%. But I think it's too little too late as Firelight is our board of choice. So GG, everyone. Thank you for your votes. Let's get into this next game. So, what are we working with? What are we working with right now? We are working with, for red, running pliers, which we've seen in previous games, but whereas you take your next turn in a row. In solo mode, this is a great burn a high point die, and just basically burn it. So that's going to come in handy. Blue Wave says, "Good luck, let's go." That's right. For green, we have Lens Cutter, which I have been waiting to see all afternoon. Draft a die, then swap it with a die from the round track. That will come in handy. We're going to use it the first chance we get, when it's appropriate. Then there's Glazing Hammer, which also would have been helpful. For blue, re-roll all the dice in the draft pool on your second turn. And then for purple, Rosing Pliers, draft a die, then increase or decrease its value by 1, where 1 cannot be 6 or 6 to 1. Beautiful. Oof, okay, here's the next hardest combination we have to work with. Rose Shade Variety, rose with no repeated values, and column color variety, columns with no repeated colors. So, good luck, everybody. We're in for a wild ride. Here we go. Now, with the rows being different numerically, this is a great board to have chosen, because the first row at the top is already pretty much squared away. The column color is going to be interesting. We're going to have to do our best to work around it. So we're going to have that to deal with. But we also now don't have to worry about rows being different color-wise. So we can get away with a little bit of that. Remember, columns for color and rows for numbers. And we're already starting off with a red 1, 2 green 4s, and a blue 1. Let me clear the calculator so we're good to go. And here's my first immediate thought. Green 4 here and blue 1 right next to it. What do you think about that? I think that's not a bad play for the first round. Lady Amelia agrees. Good stuff. Okay, so let's do that. And then we'll play the blue one here. It's probably a good idea to try to get to these color restrictions. At least now we know that we don't have to worry about yellow for these three. We just have to worry if we want to put a yellow in these two columns. We're just going to have to get there first. All right, so we're going to add 5 to our pool, or our total. We have a red 1, a yellow 3, and 2 blue 4s. Interesting. Okay, 2 blue 4s. This is going to be difficult. This is going to be tough because, again, we want to keep the columns different colors. The columns have to be different colors. So, and the rows have to be different numerically. So it's not like we can place a 4 here and a 4 here because that's going to make the rows kind of not work. So what I'm thinking is put the 4 here anyway, and then put the 3 next to it, knowing that we can't put a 3 here anyway. That's one thought that I have. Or we can take the 1 also. We can put the 1 here as well. But I think that's what I'm going to do. Hi, Lacerte. Good afternoon, friend. How are you? I hope you're doing well today. I'm glad you're hopped in. Good to see you. And we're going to play that 3 right there. We already know we can't play a 3 here anyway because there's already a 3 in the row. Because that's the objective we're trying to reach. We're trying to keep the rows at different values. So we're going to add another 5 to our total. That's 10. And now I don't mind with the high point stuff being up here because we can swap out the low stuff later. Now let's see. We have a red 1, a yellow 5, and 2 blue 3s. 2 blue 3s. We can get away with putting a blue 3 here. Just woke up. 10:30 was a good time to get up. I actually woke up at 10:30 as well, so I'm glad that you were able to. Hopefully, I hope that means you slept in a little bit because, you know, rest is important. And Saturdays and Sundays are my days to sleep in just a little bit. So, good morning to you. I hope you have a nice cup of coffee waiting for you. Let's see. So I think we can get away with playing that blue 3. We are looking for yellows, and we're looking for reds. So we can do that. We can play that blue 3 there. When you normally get up at 4 a.m. Oh gosh, yeah. Then that you must feel so much better because whew, that's rough. We can also got up at 10 just in time for start of stream. Oh, awesome. I love that some of you, you know, that you tell me that you get up specifically for this. Like, it means a heck of a lot. It really does. And I know that I stream very early for some of you. So I'm just really glad that you're here. What I'm thinking of doing, by the way, is I think I want to play the yellow 5 here because, again, I'm not restricted numerically. And then maybe play the red 1 here just to get the 1 out of the way. Or up here. I haven't maybe 1 here or here. Because there has to be a red here somewhere. And we do have to extend out this way, but we're not there yet. We're not exactly there yet. So that's kind of where I'm thinking. So should I play the yellow 5 here and the blue 3 here? Or should I play the yellow 5 and the red 1 here or here? What do you think? What do you think, chat? Talk to me. What do you think I should do? Because I'm thinking the 3 to get the 3 requirement out of the way and get to this other side of the board. And the rows are different numerically anyway, so the colors don't matter. That's going to solve blue for this column. That's going to solve yellow for this column. And I keep switching back and forth because I should really not do that. And just put that there. And so I can put a blue here and here, and that would be fine. Blue 6s would be good, but I really need purple and yellow, and right now I've got 8 points in yellow, so I can't complain. So we're going to add 4 to the track. That's 14. What do we have this round? Let's see. We have a red 3, a green 5, a blue 1, and a green 1. Okay. So automatically, I'm looking at this as we can finish a column right now. We can put the green 5 right there. And we can put the red 3 right there. That's going to finish a column. That's going to give us 5 points. Now I could burn the 3, but I don't want to. I'd rather burn a 6. And I don't want to have to use any of the dice if I don't need to, or any of the tools yet, because I used a lot of them early last game and that messed me up later. So this column's completely done now. That's going to give us 5 points because the columns are different color-wise. And we have a red 6, a red 4, a purple 3, finally some purples, and a purple 2. So what I can do in this instance, and what I think I want to do, as much as I don't want to leave purples behind, I can get them later. Maybe play the red 6 here and the red 4 here, because this can't be red anyway. This can't be red or yellow, so this can be basically anything else. Play the 6 here, start opening up this side, because this is very right side heavy. Get over here, and I'll only be adding 5 points to the track, so I think that's going to be the best play. Red will always be Ted. Red Ted. Red Ted Redemption. I'm full of bad jokes this morning. The coffee's kicked in, so beware. Beware. I can hear my friends who are lurking groaning right now. I can hear the lurkers groaning. I hear the lurkers groaning at my bad jokes. But y'all love it, and you know you do. Alright, so what do we have here? Oh, good, some yellows. That's good. Yellows are good. We want yellow. We have a yellow 6, a yellow 3, a green 2, and a purple 1. Well, we know that yellow 6 is going right there. Right there, without question, no hesitation. Boom, done, dusted. Done. So we know we want to put that there, because we can't put the yellow 3 there because there's already a 3. So now what? Oh, wait, no. No. Oh, wait, yes. No. I put a 6 in where there's already a 6. Oh, curse you, color restriction! Ah, I'm sorry. I borked that so hard. I got so excited about seeing a high point yellow. Oh, I am so sorry. Oh, that stinks and I don't like it. Well, in my defense, okay, so hold on. In my defense, we know that we're going to get 6 points from that number anyway. So we basically evened it out. So that was my screw up, but it's not a complete screw up. And I heard your facepalm from here, Grays. I felt it. I felt it in my soul. I felt it. So what we'll do is we'll place the green 2. We'll get it done. We'll add 4 points to the round track, and we'll make fun of me later. That's fine. 23. We're at 23. We're at round 7, and we're only 23 points in. So not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. But we do have some things to think about here. We have a yellow 3, a yellow 1, a blue 2, and a purple 3. Okay. So we can put the yellow 1 here. We can put the yellow 1 here. Hi again, Julie. Welcome back. So the yellow 1 could go here. That's going to make this a 5-point row rather, because of the row shade variety. And a yellow can go here, and that's it. No more yellows, because a yellow's in every column. Then what I can do, so if I put that there, that's going to solve all the yellows. And it's going to be different numerically. But if I do that, this is going to make this a 1. And that's going to be really hard to do. So I'm not comfortable doing that. What I think I might want to do instead, is place the purple 3 here, right? Place the purple 3 here, finish this column, get my 5 points, then this can be a 1, a 2, or a 6. So this would be a 6, and this would be a 1 or a 2. So let's get that purple 3 in there, and let's get this 1 in there. And now that we have 3 rounds left, we're going to start using these tools. We can start using these tools. We have a lot of low point... We do have a lot of low point stuff, but if we have anything we can use, because we do need 5s and we do need 6s. And it couldn't hurt to use a 4. Because this has to be a 2 or a 6 right here. So we're going to figure this out. Alright, so where are we? We have a red 2. Okay. We have a yellow 4. Okay, that's not helpful. A green 6. That is helpful because we can put that right there. We can immediately put that right there. Right? And we have a green 5. The 4 isn't going to help because we already have a 4 in this row. So this has to be a 1 or a 2. This has to be a 6 or a 2. So we can put the green 6 here, but that's not going to help because we have a red 2. Ideally, I would want to get the 5 situated in this corner. But I don't think that's going to happen either. It can't go here. It has to go here. But I need something for this. So if I put the red 2 here, this would have to be a 1. Because everything else is here. And I would really want to see a 6 here. So what I think I want to do is take this green 6 and put it here. And then the red 2 and put it here. Actually, no, because that's gonna solve this problem, but it's not gonna solve this problem. That's gonna make this column moot. So that doesn't help any. So okay. And that has to be a 1, and that's blank. Because this has to be a 1 or a 5. So what I would do is take this, burn the 2, because I can, and then no, that's not going to work. I need the 2 here so that I can get to the 5. So I need this here. I need this 2 so that I can get to the 5. Sagrada is not being nice this week. That is valid. That is 100% valid. So let's play the 6 like we intended. Because this can't be green anyway. This has to be blue or purple right here. This has to be blue or purple. We don't have blue or purple. This is going to have to be a 1 unless we move this down. And then this could be a 5. And we can't move anything right now. Now, I could take this green 5 and burn it for something, but I burn it for a 2, but I only have a purple 2. Oh, I have a blue 2. I can play the blue 2 here. So I could, What do I do? I could use this, burn it, swap out the 4. I could swap out the 4 for a 1. That would add 3 points, but that's not too bad. So if I use lens cutter, burn the 5, grab the 4, I could swap it out for the blue 4 and put it in this corner, and no, it has to be a 2. It has to be a 1 or a 2. I could do that. But I really need this has to be a 2 or a 6, this has to be a 1 or a 6. Or this has to be this has to be a 2 or a 6, this has to be a 1 or a 2. Lady Amelia is saying no. So I could take this blue 1 instead. If I take this blue 1, no to the blue 4. I take this blue 1, I put it right there. That's going to open this last one up. Now this is a 2 or a 6. This is now a 2. This is now a 2. Because this row is completely fried. We're now focused on the columns. But this row is not fried. This has to be a 2 or a 6. This can be whatever we want it to be. So that, I think, was a decent play. Yeah, that's going to go right there. I think that's going to be the play. So we're going to add 5, because 3 for the exchange, and 2 for the remaining piece. That leaves us at 28. And now we have a 2, a yellow 5, a purple 4, and a purple 1. Okay. So this has to be... No, there's no oof here. There's no oof. We're good. We're good. We're good. This is how we're going to be good. This is how we're going to get around it. Give me 1 second to think of how we're going to get around it. Like I said, this row is completely borked. I can put anything here. The purple 1 can go up here, yes. But I can take this. This is 9, so I can put the 1 here. That's going to solve this. That's not going to solve this. That's going to be a mess. So we don't want to do that. We need this 2 to be purple. We need this 2 to be purple. So this 2 is going to go here, right? Then we're going to use Grosing Pliers. And we're going to up this. We're going to burn this and make this a 2. We're going to burn this, make this a 2. Put it up there. Because it could also be a blue 2. It could also be a blue 2. But we don't have blue. So we can do that. Because as much as I want the yellow, that's not going to happen. Unless I take this 5 and move it down. But that's not going to do anything. So, because I could just take the 5 points. But it's basically exchanging one for the other. So it's not ideal. Because this can also be a 6. But we don't have a 6. So let's take the 2. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use Grozing Pliers. We're going to make this a 2. And then we're going to put it here. That's going to give us the row. That's going to give us 5 points here. That's going to give us 5 points here. That's going to give us 10 points. So I think we're okay. We'll add 5 points to our total. We're at 33. We're at 33 right now. And we're down to the last placement. We're down to the last placement of the game. I hate you, game. I hate you so much sometimes, but I love this game so much. It's so hard. Oh, terrible. Oh no. I have... Oh, that's so messed up. Oh, good grief. Well, we know what we're going to do. We're going to place the 5. We're going to burn the 5. We can't do anything. So, it won't let us because we can't take the next turn. Oh, that's mean. I want to use that. Thank you. I want to use this, but you have to be able to play a die to use it. Oh my gosh, you are killing me, game. You are you have wounded my soul. That's okay though. we're just gonna add 9 points. We're just gonna add 9 points. It's fine. We're good. We're good. We're good. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Oh gosh, 49 points. That's our total. Okay, so not bad, respectable. We got 15 points from the Roshade. And we managed to get another 15 points from the column variety. So we did well there. And we're at 45. Minus 3 is 42. Okay, so this was better. We came within 7 points. But if you think about it, the last two games, we had so much going against us. Really, seriously, we really did. And it was super close. And it's just one of those things where it's just like, you're not gonna win every time, and that's fine. This was not my week. No, but you know what? It was my week because all of you came in to hang out with me. All of you came in to hang out with me, and that's what matters. Just all of you being here and hanging out with me and stuff like that. That's all that matters. And, I think overall, based on what we had to work with, just looking at this board, we managed to get 3 of the rows and 3 of the columns. And that's nothing to sneeze at. I think that's really decent given what we had to work with. I really, really do. I really think so. And so there are a bunch of people who are streaming right now. And I need to figure out where I'm going to send you because there are just a whole big bunch of people. So, you know what? I think peeps. Thank you, Alice. I appreciate it. I think I'm going to send... No, I'm not going to host. I'm going to raid. We're going to start a raid. We're going to start a raid, and I really want to raid someone I don't get to normally raid. So I think we're going to go raid Zloy. We're going to go raid Zloy XP. He's playing Hollow Knight right now. So let's go do that. But again, everyone, I really want to thank you for being here today. I really appreciate you. But before you go, first things first, you can find me, for those of you who are new to the channel, please feel free to hit follow so that you always are notified when I go live. You can also follow me on Twitter, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find both. You can find me on both at NJ Coffee Junkie. I also have a Patreon, which it's still early in the month yet, so feel free to look into that. My tiers start at $1 a month. If you want to give extra support my way, that would be awesome. You can find that at patreon.com/njcoffeejunkie. Last but not least, I have a Discord. We talk about all kinds of things, from wrestling to coffee to just everything in between. And today we're actually celebrating a community member's birthday, Poppy Apple. So feel free to join the Discord and let him know, wish him a happy birthday. But with that, everybody, I'm going to send you over to Zloy XP. I really appreciate all of you. Take care of yourselves. Just stay safe out there. Get vaccinated. Wear your masks. Wash your hands. And be excellent to yourselves and to each other. I'll catch you all in the Discord, and I'll see you on Tuesday, where I will be on Tommy Boy's stream giving a tour of Shamblecraft. But with that, take care. Tell Zloy that NJ's Raid is freshly brewed. Catch you later. Bye.